And it's official, I'm procrastinating, and I think I figured out why. So let me flip this camera and let me show you what's going on, what I've done, and why I know I'm procrastinating. Right, what we have here is the bed. Obviously, it needs to be made. Uh, I washed that little thingy, that little basket that was standing in the bathroom. I washed it, I placed it next to Andrew's bed as a bedside table, but also to judge what the height is that we're going to need our new um, dressing tables, no, not dressing tables, bedside tables to be at. So that's that. Then I need to take this bag and put it underneath that bed. But at the same time, I want to put my clothes into the suitcase so that I can then organize the cupboard with only Andrew's clothes. So when I'm busy doing that, I need to wash out these cupboards, and then I need to obviously take my stuff out, organize Andrew's, and then whatever we're not going to be utilizing immediately or whatever is junk, we can just store in underneath the bed. I am busy doing washing because we got a washing drying rack yesterday, and see, I'm procrastinating. I'm not talking about it. Hello. What's happening here is I spent the morning washing out the shower, scrubbing it nicely, and now I need to tackle this. I don't like clutter on my surfaces, so I would like to remove it, but obviously what we use daily, I want to put into this wooden basket that was also left here by the previous owner or tenant. So I want to use that, put it on the counter with my stuff in it, and then yeah, we need to clean. It is clean, but not completely. So I want to deep clean it nicely. Part of it. Also, most of what's here needs to move, and I don't know where to move it to. I've got, this is the front door space. I've got nothing here to hold our handbags. That's a problem. Then coming over here, I have this sort of like a, what you would call it, a linen cupboard, pantry cupboard. It's not a pantry, a linen cupboard. So here and at the bottom, I'm keeping medications. And hair stuff and nail stuff and bloody blah. But yeah, other than that, and then I need to do the dishes. So it's going to create an avalanche. So I'm thinking, let me start by resetting the kitchen and making the bed.
So I was putting off doing these small tasks because moving in isn't just about unpacking, is it? It's about facing the items in my life, figuring out what role it plays, how important it is, and how it will function in this new space. And honestly, I didn't know where to begin. But once I did, it caused a cleaning avalanche. And for those who don't know what that means, it is when you decide to clean or organize one space, it leads to then moving items to another space that also needs clearing or cleaning, and sometimes it is multiple spaces that's touched before the end result. And most often than not, it is way worse in your head than what it is in reality. But the overwhelm of what needs to happen causes the paralysis. This is true for myself in this situation, and once I got going, I was making real progress. So, in a small space, every single corner has to be utilized to its maximum potential, and ensuring so is to pack like items together and not have too many duplicates. Always start with the small actions that does not take brain power but also make my space feel more put together. And cleaning the kitchen and making the bed is good examples of a big win in the small space. I like clear counter space as it calms my surroundings.
I'm going to make myself a nice cup of coffee. Then, I don't think I'll be able to show much of the bathroom clean, just because the space is so small. So what I'll do is I'll clean, and when I'm done, I'll share that with you. Okay, it's done. Right, I scrubbed these walls top to bottom. It took me freaking ever. The bath is still stained, but yeah, it's not much to look at. Getting stuff in the corner that always lives there. There's the little vanity, and I think I might just put the washing basket either on that side or on that side. But Guys, that's what it looks like. It's done. I'm very happy with it. It looks gorgeous. Now, I'm going to turn my attention to that cupboard. It needs scrubbing and it needs sorting. So, okay. So, let's open up and see what we can do.
I like clear counter space as it calms my surroundings. If my countertops are cluttered, even with daily used items like a coffee machine, it causes me anxiety and I just cannot relax in a cluttered space. I had the hardest time to figure out our wardrobe situation. The problem was that the drawer space I am now using we only received a month later, so I did not know what to do with my clothes at the time. My personality will always try to find a solution for a problem, and in this case, it took me a few days, but my solution was to transfer all of my clothes to a suitcase that I kept at the foot of our bed. And at the same time, it also gave us an indication if a dresser in that space would have been in our way or made the space feel too crowded. I quickly remembered why sharing the same wardrobe space as Andrew wasn't good for our marriage. He is not neat when it comes to his stuff. And that always gets me in the worst mood first thing in the morning when I get dressed and I see the mess. And in this case, I found that because of minimalism, I luckily have very little clothes, so it easily fitted into one suitcase, especially when I removed the items that I did not fit into because of all the weight I gained last year.
Okay. I'm just going to take this clothes, chuck it into the suitcase. I'll sort it out another day. Next up is that duffel bag. I'm going to relax with a cup of coffee. But for now, fairly happy with it. Got Andrew's hoodies. Then I've got like gym shorts, costume kind of thing. I've got his nicer shorts that we wear out. Then I've got his lounge around gym shorts, those are swimming trunks. And then I've got his underwear, socks, but sleeve. And then on this side, I've got pants, work shirts, and then I have some of my clothes. We need to buy more coat hangers. And I've got t-shirts, t-shoes, and right at the bottom there's my shoes. And then inside of this little shelving that I pulled from the bathroom, I've got the Bible in the top drawer, middle drawer. I've got his earphones, and right at the bottom, some miscellaneous stuff. So that's his side of the bedroom sorted, and I'm hoping this will work out for him. But he's still got, he's, even up there is shirts that he doesn't really wear. The two shirts we bought from the Kmart, the sleeveless one. So he definitely has space to grow over here. I'm just going to try and move the bed up so that I can see what width of a bedside table we're going to need on this side and that side. I'm hoping my measuring tape is in that double bag. Otherwise, I have no idea what happened to it. So yeah, let me have some coffee and pass
Still
this
morning.
away.
Good morning. Okay, me and Andrew were talking this morning, and we would much rather sleep on the floor than not have a dining room table again in our life. Let me show you what I mean. That's my lounge area, and here I am, sitting on the bed working. And my table just arrived. Right, this is it. The table is here. I think it blends well with all the different shades of wood that I have in this house. So for now, this is what our little space looks like. I'm excited. Like you can see, I'm already sitting. So what I didn't like was that the table feet is made from metal and the chair legs is like a light wood. But I think eventually I could make them dark and it won't bother me. I don't know. We'll see. So for now, aesthetically, this is what it is. It's not like, it's going to be the most upmarket, glamorous space around. They're comfortable, they're functional, and I think it looks good in this space. So I'm very happy. Now I can stop living on my bed.
A few moments later.
Okay, I know that was so. Let's have a look at the kitchen. It's been a while. I started cleaning last week, Monday. Tuesday, I think I was talking about the bathroom. I don't know, the week ran away with me. So, okay, so it's Monday morning, a week after we moved in. Saturday was a week after we moved in, and this is what it looks like now. I am waiting for the dishwasher that we're going to put there where the fridge used to be. The dining room table arrived, and the fridge is standing over here. So what I did this morning was made myself some pork rashers. I cleaned out the microwave. It is extremely stained on the inside, but I'm quite proud of how it turned out. It's nice and shiny. Didn't film it, didn't want to bore anyone. I did the usual cup of water inside because it's not smelly. I didn't add the vinegar. And then I steamed it out and I wiped it down. There is some markings over here that you can see it on the camera there. I'm not sure whether that is rust or whether that is gunk, but over time I noticed that every time I wipe a surface it tends to get a little bit cleaner each time. The last time I filmed, we cleaned behind the stove and we cleaned the stove. I haven't cleaned the bottom drawer of the stove, and we cleaned out the drawers. The drawers is a bit wonky. Like, I mean, you can see there's no screws on the inside of them that I can tighten. Like, if you can see, there's nothing there. It seems to just, I don't know. But we'll see how that works out. I need to wipe these cupboards constantly because they show up every single mark. So I wipe them, and this morning I'm cleaning all along the top of them. Starting in the corner with the dishwasher, because the dishwasher will be arriving today, and you can actually see the line because I just finished cleaning it up there, and the plug, you can actually see the line when I start scrubbing. And that's where I give 10 out of 10 for these towels for hiding the dirt so well, because when you get up close and you clean, that is when you see how really, really dirty it is. I mean, all along there where the handle of the fridge is, you can just see the dirt. It was, look, the house was dirty. Even though they've cleaned it a few times, I think the previous tenant was just not someone that cleaned very often. So yeah, for now I need to just quickly clean the counter and clean out the space, and then we'll take it from there. We'll see how it goes.
So, what I then realized was by clearing my things out of his space on his side of the bedroom and gave his bedside table functionality that was familiar to him, his morning routine quickly became familiar and it was easier for him to function in that space. And therefore, I would highly recommend that if you ever have to share a small space, carve out a corner that you can call your own, and it can be as clean or as messy as what your heart desires.
And the next one we're doing is this wall. I don't think I'll be able to video it. And there you can see the floor really mucky and dirty. So also this counter, not the cleanest, not the best looking. But when this is done, I'm ready to receive my dishwasher. And you can physically see a line from where I stopped cleaning. Yes, it's been my entire kitchen. Right, this is all nice and clean, all ready for the dishwasher to arrive. I have made myself a cup of coffee, actually tea, and right, just in time. I finished washing the floor, I finished washing the dishes, the dishwasher arrived, and I'm gonna unbox it and set it into place. I look a mess, I'm hot and sweaty. So this is us. We moved in, we've settled nicely, we just received our dishwasher. We'll possibly hook it up this evening, We've got a bed and we've got a dining room table. The only thing we're still short is a chest of drawers for me that I will most possibly place at the end of my bed. And guys, then it's us. New furniture, newly moved in, and I'm happy to say settled. The groot trek has happened. I cannot tell you how happy I am because Andrew promised me a dishwasher when we moved to Cayman. It's now been Cayman to Dubai, and we've been here basically almost very close to 2 months. So I'm excited to have a dishwasher, and I'm glad that it's not a minuscule one. I think with eating fatty meat, high protein, a small one would not have lasted very long. So I'm excited to get it all done.
A few moments later.
Okay, this is difficult, but I've managed to get the cupboards clean. I have no idea what this is. I thought it was Handy Andy. You're from South Africa, you will be familiar with Handy Andy. And it's not. It looks like sunlight liquid. It's bright yellow. And when you leave your product to, that's what these streaks are. If you leave the product on here, it actually eats away all the dirt and grime. So I've only got 3 more sections left. I've only got those 3 sections left. And all of this is clean. Then on the bed, I've set out paper. It's normal paper. And then I'm going to place them at the top here. And then next time when I have to clean, I can just chuck the paper, wipe it, and put more paper. So that is what I'm busy with at the moment. I just finished in the bathroom. It was a quick clean this time around. It was very, very quick. Literally had to wipe a few things down, so getting there. Okay, so like you can see here, I've got the paper laid down. I'm just going to secure it over here and on this side very lightly. Cupboard came clean very nicely, and I've only got that very end bit left. But if I don't finish it today, it's fine. For now, I'm just happy that this is done. Clean eating. This morning I woke up, I made sure to have breakfast before I had coffee, because I tend to have coffee and then I don't want to eat, and then I'll get hungry and then I eat junk. So I thought, no, I'm going to wait till I get hungry, then I'll have breakfast. I had a burger patty with cheese and a piece of sausage, and it is past 12, possibly closer to 1 o'clock, and I'm not hungry, but I am feeling horrible. My nose is so stuffy. I woke up with a sore throat. It could just be sinuses. It could be keto flu. I don't know. I'm not feeling well. I was cleaning the kitchen. I cleaned the bathroom. Just do a quick vacuum and a tidy. And I think I'm going to take a nap. I don't feel good, hey? I think I might have a piece of sausage, but I can have another 2 Panados, painkillers. I'll probably do that.